Hi, welcome back. So, you got lucky and you found the first version of Firefly that runs off of Bluetooth, or maybe you went ahead and you splurged on the new model that runs off of Wi Fi. Let's take a look at a show designer tool that you can use with the Firefly. Okay, so I picked up this Firefly, and I also got the battery panel that went with it. I've been watching it for a couple of years, and I thought it was kind of cool. It comes with the software. Now I don't have it connected right now, so there's a little report that allows you to do manual firing. So you run it through your iPad or your iPhone. The Bluetooth does not work very well with the Android systems, and actually I tried to pair it with my phone, it won't. So I'm using iPad Mini on this. And of course, you've got the ability to set it to music if you want to play around. But really, for this demonstration, I'm looking at how you can use a Firefly just for your backyard show. So what we have here is going to be a show design template specifically for Firefly. Okay. Now again, Firefly to me is more for individual products that, like if you buy a family pack or assortment. So as you can see within the package itself, just some information cards. And you kind of can see how the Firefly layout. There's 15 channels, 3 sides of 5 channels each. So you kind of can see, you can list your show, time. On the back, you can set up your layout. So again, the great thing about this is you have it nice and handy and neat. You know, keep it with your fireworks supplies. And I just went ahead and pulled one off so I could kind of go a little bit further in depth for you so you kind of see. Okay. Now basically, so again, 15 channels. Now basically what we have to kind of keep in mind, and I'm going to put this down here so I get hard surface to write on. What we have to kind of keep in mind is it works counterclockwise. So as you can see, it comes with approximately 3 meters and 5 meter fuses, or igniters as they call it, which approximately are about 7 to 10 feet. If you check out the Firefly Firing System video, which I'll put at the end of this video, and of course you've got your display ground template. Yep, form. Oh, there's a typo. But you can kind of get the gist of it from. So you want to, again, I would look at this a Firefly Firing System if I'm doing something very simple, and I'm going to pick up a couple packages of assortments maybe. Okay. Again, you can use it with all the racks as well. Okay, so first thing that I basically will kind of show you, like I've done in all these other videos. So you can see you got a side where you can choose spectators, where your spectators are going to sit. So it all just depends upon your individual grounds. For this, just to stay consistent, all my spectators are going to be down here. Let me make sure I got enough lead in the pencil. Okay, and I'll just scratch this out. Using a firing system and having a consistent show, those sides will probably fill up with your neighbors, which is okay. The more the merrier. Okay, and so just to kind of show, if you're doing this kind of a month or so in advance, I'm just going to kind of lay out what my surroundings are going to be. So it kind of helps me kind of plan as well. So what I'm going to put in here, I'm just putting in basically a driveway, a sidewalk, and of course the street. Okay. Okay, and then if you wanted to, so you kind of can see that's where my spectators will be. Got a driveway, sidewalk, road. If you don't want to do that, then obviously you can use the space to kind of lay out more of where you want which piece where. Sidewalk, or sorry, put street, sidewalk, and then driveway. These are just visuals, just so you kind of get an idea. Because again, if you're playing this out, in advance, then you're going to be able to just reference it. Okay. So you kind of get an idea. If you don't want to put all that stuff in there, then obviously you can just list out your fireworks, what fireworks came with your assortment packs. So these little design templates are really great, and they're specific for each type of firing system. If you're just going to do it manual, you can lay it out. If you're going to do a 12 channel, or in this case, we're going to do the Firefly. Okay. So I'm just going to say I open up a package or an assortment pack, and as you know, a lot of fountains with these assortment packs. So I'm just going to kind of lay it out and put all my fountains. Okay. So you can see I'm just going to write fountain, and you can put in, the actual name of the fountain if you want. And again, everything works counterclockwise. So you got 1, and I'm just kind of outlining 2, 3, 5, 4. As you move down, you can, however you label it on the actual firing is up to you. Again, you can write right next to where the firework is what size igniter you're going to use. So you kind of make notes of that. So then, but basically you've got 5 per side. Okay? And I just kind of try to outline it as simplistic as possible. Okay? You don't have to follow that exactly. It's just, again, a reference to help you. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to kind of work backwards, and let's say, I've got some Saturn missiles. And I'm just going to kind of go ahead and add some more. I'm going to put my 5th position. I'm going to use a poor man's rack because, as you know, a lot of those assortments come with some artillery shells, the little ball shells. Okay. And just for this, I'm going to go ahead and just erase that because I know it's a driveway. And I apologize about my handwriting this morning, but I'm trying to be as realistic as possibly can. If I set it up to show sidewalk and driveway. So I'm just going to go and put 1, 2. Maybe put something on the grass. 4, and maybe go a little bit out into the street with my big artillery shells. 5, okay. Again, your positions are going to be always going to be 5 per side. So what really matters is when you're actually setting up is what firing number do you want to do. So you tell fountain, 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 maybe some Saturn missiles, then a 6-piece poor man's rack. Okay. From there, since I've already had some big boomers, I'm going to go ahead and put maybe a smoke and strobe. I'm just going to kind of do the same thing. And then I'll put the 10th one right here. Okay. then for the 15th one, again, I've got a long, you know, and again, how you number it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the 15th right here. I'm gonna put it on the other side of the 10, because that your 15th or your last one is typically your finale. Okay, so I know definitely I'm gonna want to use a longer igniter for number 15. So that kind of helps me out in kind of remembering that as well. Okay, again, 5 aside. Okay. So it may not be exact in regards to the location. You just really, that's more there of a reference for you 15. Of course, my unit would be right here. I'm trying to kind of write this at an angle, so my lines may not be exact, but so you kind of can see how they. Okay. So there you kind of can see how they would all the fuses would lay out, or the igniters would lay out. Okay. And again, I'd still maintain the 5 aside. Okay. So got a little bit of smoke strobe at 6. And you know that these come with one-shot tubes. Let me go ahead and put my, before I forget, I'm going to put my finale. And your finale can be really anything. You can use a 500-gram board, have them all fused together, and then just one igniter going to the fuse. So it sets off 2 or 3 or 500 gram at a time. That's why I kind of put it out there in the road. Your actual physical spacing is going to be determined upon which fuse length you use. Okay, so you know, more Saturn missiles, again, more fountains. And then a couple more of the individual shot tubes. So you kind of can see this one, like I said, the Firefly to me is more for your individual pieces. You could do, you know, different racks based off of it. When it comes time, hopefully we can do, you know, if we're able to do fireworks this year, do the circumstances, you know, hopefully I'll be able to, you know, do a show specifically using the Firefly. That's my objective. And then I'll show you more definitive how I set up the show, what pieces I used, and how the layout piece comes into play. Okay. So from here, then I can just go through and say, okay, these are the positions. And again, what you put in position is all going to be hinging upon what products you have. As you can tell, I'm just kind of numbering, you know, tubes, so I can kind of break it up, and then of course obviously finish it with my, which you can't see, my finale. So then when I'm using the software or the app to fire it, I just got my little show developer template right next to me, and then I just know to go click on 1, fire, click on 2, fire, depending upon which order. So I can kind of mix it up and put on a really good show for my friends and family. If, you know, especially if I'm in a neighborhood, you don't want to line up a, you know, multiple channel firing system. So it's a great little firing system, and obviously we'll get a chance to go a little bit further in depth. We'll get a chance to actually set up a show. Okay. Well, thank you for watching this video on the Firefly show design template. If you haven't liked or subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do so. And also check out the actual Firefly firing system video, as well as our playlist of product unboxing. So again, thank you for watching. Have a good day.